Yep. Another dusty day today. Conveniently over here in Kuwait, we get, I guess what you would call sand days instead of snow days, so I don't have any classes today. So, therefore, I decided, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to take this opportunity to go ahead and record my next part of the Get to Know the Twilight Staff project. So, this will be the one in which I talk about my experience with, I guess, Twilight, just to get that one out of the way. There's probably not very much in the way of surprises in this for y'all. Let's see. To start off with, I used to be on Gaia Online. Haven't been there in quite some time, no idea what all has changed. I was in the writing section where people could discuss the process of writing and whatnot. I was doing a little bit in there. Hadn't really gained much notice or anything like that. And well, this idiot fan decided to post a topic about Twilight and the board on creative writing. And I looked at the topic and I was like, okay, what? What is this Twilight of which you speak? And other people, and I actually posted that question because I had never heard of it, and other people were talking about what it was, and several people didn't like it, unlike the person who actually started the topic. So I moved over to the book board to see if I could learn anything more about it. Also Googled it and looked up different synopses and things like that. And well, needless to say, just based on premise, I was not keen on it. I read excerpts, had huge issues with Meyer's writing style, and thus I joined the anti-thread in the book's form, which was already on, I think it's the third iteration, I'm not sure. I think it's gone through several more because, well, the staff on that forum have a problem with anyone saying anything that irritates anyone else. And thus, well, we had to make sure we kept it on topic and whatnot and not be too problematic for the fans. If they came into our board, it was fine if we irritated them, but we weren't supposed to go into the other topics. It was all this big mess. Of course, ironically, the main fan thread, which was stickied, the regulars there didn't mind if the antis joined in because they liked just talking. They didn't mind if we came in and discussed things that we had issues with and they could give their perspective and whatnot. There are a lot of spam threads in there. That's why they stickied the fan thread, even though it didn't do any good, because there are at least 10 spam fan threads a day. So took it upon ourselves to help report it so then the mods could come in and just clean house. Although they didn't take too kindly to us letting the people know that they're supposed to read the sticky, read the rule, and not post repeat threads. And thus I ended up getting 2 temp bans. And this spans several months. I think maybe a year, almost, maybe a year and a half, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't remember when exactly I started in the book's form, but then one day, Mars, some of you may remember her, she strolls into the anti-thread and joins up, takes note of the problems we're having, and then within a few weeks she says, hey, do you think we should have our own site where we could discuss this without having a problem with moderators constantly trying to shut us down? And I diffed her, and thus Twilight Flux was born. And things progressed from there. Shortly after I made the site, I actually ordered a hard copy of the first book so I could start my Twilight Abridged project, which took about 2 years to finish because that was a horrible experience. I still have hard copies back in Florida in storage right now of the rest of the series. That's really all there is to say. I was pretty much an anti from the start, and although I've kind of, very much slowed down on the whole abridging thing, I still need to post the prologue in the first chapter of New Moon Abridged due to the charity drive I did. I gotta say, it's not something I'm looking forward to resuming. I mean, because as fun as it was to tear into it, just the whole process of going through the chapters and whatnot put me in bad places, let's just say that. So, yeah, I'm going to finish eventually, but it's like pulling teeth to get me to do it anymore. So, who knows, maybe something will happen that'll give me further inspiration to actually finish it. But, yeah, that's my experience with Twilight. Like I said, not much to say. So, adios.